Hello and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 108 of our trek, and yesterday we learned how life is like a bell, and regardless of what type of bell that you are, serve that purpose faithfully, and always ring true, because you can never unring a bell. Today we want to see how life is like flying in a jet. In celebration of the 100th day of our Wisdom Trek, please check out wisdom-trek.com and sign up for the free Wisdom Trek t-shirt drawing that will take place on October 5th. We will be giving away 7 Wisdom Trek t-shirts. We are recording our podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're working hard to stay focused on some deadlines for our client work during the day as our evenings and weekend are filling up for this week. We are having beautiful weather in the Charlotte area this week, with temperatures around 80 degrees and very sunny. With this beautiful weather, it's a great day to continue on our trek. As we enjoy our time in nature, feeling the warm breeze, watching the rustling of the trees in the grass, hearing the birds sing their melodies, we stare up into a cloudless blue sky and stand in awe of God's creation. As we continue looking into the sky, we notice the faint lines left by the jets that pass through the air at 35,000 feet above us and going at 600 miles an hour. Some of the modern inventions, such as these jets that pass overhead, are truly miracles. As Paula and I are planning a trip to Arizona next month to visit the construction project that we're involved in, it causes me to think about flying again. During a 3-year period, when I worked for a national consulting firm, I traveled every week, so I spent a lot of time on planes. I really enjoy flying, both commercially and privately. But I also understand the importance of safety and the checklist as part of that process. One of the seemingly unusual instructions that we are given before takeoff is, if cabin pressure should change, panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen mask. Reach up and pull a mask towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and secure with the elastic band that can be adjusted to ensure a snug fit. The plastic bag will not fully inflate, although oxygen is flowing. Secure your own mask before helping others. Now, from an emotional standpoint, especially as a parent, your initial reaction would be to assist your children by putting the mask on them first before you put your own on. Is it not selfish of us to think of others first? Growing up in church, we were taught a children's song, Jesus and Others and You. What a wonderful way to spell joy. While I understand that this was supposed to teach us to think of others first and not to be selfish, it does lack some fundamental logic in the song. The logical conclusion in the flying scenario is, if you do not take care of yourself first by making sure that your mask is on and that you can breathe, you may not be able to assist anyone else to stay alive. I remember back 30 years ago, before this became a popular analogy in public speaking, Paula mentioned how this statement is what we should practice in our lives. If we do not take care of ourselves in all areas of life, we will not be able to assist others properly. Both Paula and I have a heart to help people, but there have been times where we have given more of our time, resources, and money than was probably logical, and it did impact us in a negative manner. In today's busy world, the first thing that we seem to neglect is ourselves. There's only so much time in a day, and most of the time, taking care of the external responsibilities are more important than taking care of our inner selves. If we are to take advantage of the biggest untapped opportunities of life, then we need to take the time to pause, connect, and listen. It has been told that Mother Teresa took 4 hours each morning to reconnect before she would step out into the world, and Pope John Paul took 3.5 hours of quiet time each morning. Yet most people bounce out of bed, hop into the shower, and think that they are ready to tackle the world unarmed, disconnected, and ill-equipped. The secret is to put your own oxygen mask on first before you try to help someone else. Just as in flying, you can't help someone else if you're not ready yourself. And if you don't take care of you first, you'll have less to share with the world. Taking time for you isn't selfish. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself and for others. If you don't take time to care for yourself, you're going to experience burnout, stress, fatigue, reduced mental effectiveness, health problems, anxiety, frustration, inability to sleep, and even death. Are you experiencing any of these symptoms? I certainly hope not the last one. Whether it's meditation, prayer, reading something inspirational, or going for a walk in nature, go and put your own oxygen mask on first and then step forward to help others. You will find things lining up for you with such grace and ease in a way that you couldn't have planned if you had even tried. It does seem backward that by spending time for ourselves, we'll actually have more time later. But that's just how it works. Both Mother Teresa and Pope John Paul did it for a reason, and it certainly wasn't because they were selfish or lazy. If you don't feel that you can afford time for yourself, understand this, that even Jesus, after pouring himself into others, took many opportunities to unplug and to get away in solitude and prayer. I think it would do us well to follow his example more often. Luke 5:16 tells us, "But Jesus often withdrew into the wilderness for prayer." And in Mark 1:35 it says, "Before daybreak the next morning, Jesus got up and went out to an isolated place to pray." Jesus understood where real strength lies. One practice that I've implemented throughout my adult life is to get up before others in the house to exercise, pray, read or listen to devotional materials, and also read or listen to inspiring stories. This helps to set the tone for my entire day. It's time to let go of the guilt and excuses and put your own oxygen mask on first by doing the following. Getting enough rest. This is so important. Exercising regularly. Going for long walks outdoors. Eating right. And this means fresh and whole foods that you prepare at home. Stay away from the processed foods and sugars. Having your physicals on a regular basis. Going to the doctor when you need treatment. Spending time every day on renewal activities such as praying and meditating. Sitting quietly for at least 10 minutes. Listening to uplifting music. Reading an inspiring book. Writing in your journal. And writing a list of what you're grateful for. Also, you can cut down on your stress with laughter, such as reading comics or joke books, buying a joke of the day calendar, or watching a funny TV show or movie and allowing yourself to have a good belly laugh. And don't feel guilty for taking the time out to chill out. Now that you understand why you must put on your own oxygen mask first and then stepping forward to help others, you will be better prepared for each day's trek. So join us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. And tomorrow we will learn why life is like a garbage truck. Well, that will finish our podcast for today. If you've missed any of the previous podcasts, please check out Wisdom Trek on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, YouTube, or at wisdom-trek.com. If you enjoy our daily doses of wisdom, these little nuggets we consume each day, I encourage you to take the time to invest in yourself in these 3 ways. Invest with your time in improving Wisdom Trek by leaving your name, email address, and a comment on our website so that we can provide you with the wisdom and insights that best fit your needs. Number 2, invest in yourself by listening to your 7 minutes of wisdom through the Wisdom Trek podcast each day. And the best way to do this is to subscribe at iTunes or Stitcher and have it downloaded to you automatically. And third, invest in the lives of others by sharing with your family and friends, in person or online, to journey with us on our Wisdom Trek. And if you haven't done so already, please leave us a rating at iTunes or Stitcher so that we'll gain more exposure for others to join us on our Wisdom Trek. The journal for this podcast can be found at wisdom-trek.com, where we also have pictures, tweetable quotes, wisdom nuggets, and free resources. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide, mentor, but most importantly, your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly or fully, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.